Recently, I've been focusing on getting half decent at driving with my wheel in Horizon. So that means tons of laps of the Goliath and circuit rivals races in tons of different cars. But more recently I thought, how can I spice this up for myself? And by spice this up, I mean make my life a living hell. Even more so than it already is. Because I'm a glutton for punishment, and because my intrusive thoughts often triumph over rational thinking and reason, I figured, let's do the longest circuit in the game, in the slowest possible car, just to see how long it takes. The obvious choice for the longest circuit in the game was the Goliath. A monster track that covers the entire perimeter of the Horizon map and stretches for an impressive 34 miles or 55 kilometers. Then, I had to pick a car. My chosen steed that would champion me at an impressive pace akin to a fast walk, and into the annals of Forza Horizon history is the BMW iZeta. It has 4 wheels like a car, windows like a car, but it's not really a car. It's a ginormous steaming turd. It has 13 horsepower, a top speed of 42-ish miles per hour, and if you strung a bunch of them together, it kind of reminds me of a toy you might find inside an adventurous college student. Anyway, I dusted off the iZeta and started to make my way to the starting line of the Goliath when I realized, oh shit, they added the Peel into the game. Oh shit, the Peel. I forgot they added the Peel into this game. So I quickly drove home to see if the Peel P50 was actually any worse than the iZeta, and boy was it. 4 horsepower? Oh shit, okay. Now that I'd positively found the worst car in the game, I needed to get the correct attire on. We'd be hitting some impressive speeds on this run, so I knew we'd need something appropriate for the perilous journey ahead. The thing I noticed when I started driving the Peel P50 for the first time was just how slow it really was. Oh, this is so slow. Even compared to the iZeta, and the iZeta only has 9 more horsepower, it was slow as shit. After coming to the realization of just how long this immense journey was going to take, I set off as quickly as I could, which really wasn't all that quick, for the starting line of the Goliath for a second time. I created a custom race so that it was just me against the clock, since this was more about how long it took rather than racing against anyone. Started it up and got settled in for what I knew was going to be a long, excruciatingly boring race. My start was impressive. The P50 bounced off the line and got up to speed as fast as the poor 4 horsepower single-cylinder engine possibly could. It was about a minute and a half into the run, with the insanely annoying drone of the P50 in the background, that I thought, just kill me now and be done with it. Oh my god, this is fucking boring already. Seriously, a minute and 30 seconds, and the droning noise of the Peel P50 was already starting to piss me off, and we had like 59 minutes left. So, since we have so much time doing nothing but laying back with my foot planted firmly on the throttle, let me tell you a little bit about the Peel P50. The P50 was created by the Peel Engineering Company, a small shop located on the Isle of Man, just off the coast of England, from 1962 to 1965. Peel Engineering originally created it so that people could travel small distances under the cover of an enclosed space, as opposed to using a motorcycle or other open vehicle. Back then, the licenses for mopeds were easier and cheaper to obtain, so the Peel company capitalized on this by making smaller car/moped things that would appeal to car driving customers who didn't want the economic burden of a car, but also didn't want the potential dangers that came with riding a moped or motorcycle. Their advertising posters from back in the day show elegant women on their way to work driving these little guys. Yet, I'm still a little unsure about who Peel's target gender demographic actually was. The Peel P50 holds the Guinness World Record for the smallest production car ever made, which in its day cost £199, which nowadays is equivalent to around $8,500 US, which to me seems pretty expensive for such a limited package. It rose to a more worldwide prominence when Jeremy Clarkson drove one to the BBC offices on Top Gear in 2007, and then in 2011, an electric version was added to the lineup when 2 investors reinvigorated the brand and started creating the P50s again after a 45-year hiatus. The new company sells around 15 Peel P50s each year, along with around 10 of the bubble variant, the Peel Trident. Okay, enough with the history lesson. back to the run. This right here, this was the first hurdle that I thought would become a problem for the Peel P50. And hill. With only 4 horsepower and a top speed of 32 miles per hour on flat ground, I had absolutely no idea how it was going to handle going up anything at all, let alone a long ass hill. I also knew that if I were to successfully make it up said hill, that I'd be fine for the rest of the run. But depending on how slow it was, it could significantly lengthen the time it would take to complete it. Thankfully, in second gear, I was just about able to putt up the hill. The only thing I had to look forward to then was the downhill. But that was equally disappointing, only getting me a little bit over 40 miles per hour. Fast forward quite a bit since nothing else of note really happened until the bridge. The bridge is a structure in Horizon that's really a marvel of construction. The game developers did an outstanding job on it, but it's not really until you're going past it at such slow speeds that you can truly take in its beauty and majesty. It's really just such a shame that everyone's going to be going past it so quickly that you'll never really notice. But I did playground games. I noticed. Okay, back to the agony that is this stupid challenge. After the tunnels, there really weren't many more uphill sections, so it was considerably less painful than the previous 35 or so minutes. That said, it still sucked, but I'd now hit my second wind knowing that the end was near. And here we are, coming up to the end of the run. After 57 long minutes, I finally completed the run. I was finally free of this hell that I had created for myself. Don't do this. Don't be like me. It's not worth it. It was boring as hell, and now my leg is cramping from staying in one position for way too long. Now that I've completed possibly the most meaningless challenge I could think of, what else should I do to further the destruction of my soul? Let me know in the comments below, and if you want to see more dumb videos like this, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.